Greetings, fans of alternative miniatures, gothic space warriors, and wonky eyes. I'm Sister Lilia and welcome to my armory. So, today I'm going to be taking a look at the Inquisitor from Anvil Industries. One of their models from when they did their Daughters of the Burning Rose alternative models that were first announced back in 2018, and I think the Kickstarter launched early then. Not long after these models were announced, GW put out their own announcement of the return of Sisters. And I can't help but feel like these models helped motivate that. Anyway, this nice looking Inquisitor model has an interesting backstory that will be shared. Interesting backstory when it comes to being in my possession that I will share in its own video. Yes, sculpt-wise, it's a decent quality. The base itself is custom. That's something I did years ago, I think. I've had this model since 2021, and unfortunately, it would seem like the model has been discontinued, which is a shame, really, because it's a gorgeous sculpt. I prefer it over the other Inquisitor option I see on their web store, but that option does also look cool, so I'm not denying its pull as well. So yes, this model's got an interesting looking skull mace and funky crown and some random details. There's not a great deal to this, and variety-wise it doesn't come with any other options, which is kind of sad. Now, given Anvil Industries' nature as a bits manufacturer and occasional model producer, well, yes, that's how I am describing them. I could be wrong, and hopefully I'm not offending any of them by saying that. You could probably find alternative weapons for this if you find this model secondhand. Good luck if you wanted to find it secondhand. Unlike the model I got with it, the Plague Doctor model, this one is no longer available through their web store. Plague Doctor, however, I checked and you can still get it, and when I've repaired the broken surgical arm or surgical blade, I'll go about doing that. So I do have a separate painting video on this model in the works. It won't be up this week, so sorry if you were hoping to see this thing being painted. But yeah, you can see the details on it. It is a quite nice sculpt. I did my best to paint the eyes and actually painted the face on. I painted the eyes in the video as long as the camera was recording. And yeah, like it's a nice sculpt. I kind of went, let's do light coloured robes because they'll contrast, because they'll show up well. But wow, they're bright. Maybe I should have stuck with bleached bone, or whatever it's. Or maybe I should have made the white a bit more off-white than it already was. I did put it over grey, so that helped the tone. But in terms of scale, here's how those two go together. Now I've got a custom base on that model, so that'll affect its size somewhat. Now I don't actually have any Inquisitors with me, really, that are intact. I have an Acolyte from Kill Team that I picked up separately. I have the recently converted Canoness. Oops, and I dropped the wrong model. Whoops. They both have a big stick. And the Canoness is bigger. Mind you, the Canoness is in armour. She should be bigger. Victorian Miniatures Priest from a few years ago. Part of me is half tempted to get another one and paint it up like Aang from Avatar The Last Airbender. And no, I don't mean either of the remakes. Keep picking her up on instinct. We have her next to a converted Krieg. I say converted in that I've made it more officerish. Unfortunately, it is stepping way too forward, so I need to get a hero base. Now I can have her smiting a Tyranid. Is this a gaunt? Is this a hermagaunt or a termagaunt? Either way, it's a gaunt. You can kind of see the scale. We've got her just a line sister, which interestingly, the bases are kind of comparable. I think she might be slightly taller, but then she's more dramatically posed. I think they're probably about the same height. The head's a bit bigger on the Anvil Industries model. Hey, I didn't pick her up for once. And if you want to see her next to something ridiculously bigger, Penitent Engine. Because stomp. Let's just move that back a bit. I can put the Commissar Ogre from early last year, or from nearly a year ago, actually. Yeah, anyway, that's kind of how the comparisons are. But yeah, because this model's no longer available retail, I can't really do much in the way of showcasing it. Now, this model went together relatively easily. It was relatively straightforward to paint. I made things hard for myself by painting it on the base, but that happens. And I also made things hard for myself through life, which will be discussed probably at length in the painting video. Anyway, hopefully this model will get to see some action on the tabletop. For those who remember the review from the start of the month, we have it with one of the Shield Wolf Sisters of Faith. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. This video has just kind of been me sharing this model. I am happy to have it painted, and hopefully it will redeem itself from that which it became associated with. Anyway, that's a discussion for another time. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and what are your models that you've got that life has caused you to not like so much? I'd love to hear. Anyway, thanks for watching, and if anyone from Anvil Industries is watching, that comment isn't me jabbing at your model. There are reasons this model nearly didn't get painted, and it's nothing to do with you guys. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I will share more in future. Bye. The book must be carried.